Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with Tesla stock analysis. Tesla has been making big upsides every day. It has been up about 35% in last 5 days. Can this trend continues to happen? And if Tesla stock price is too high to buy at this point? We'll try to evaluate and answer these questions in this video, using financials and other data analysis. Now, let's get started. Starting with the financial analysis, I put together the summary of the financial data for last 8 quarters in this table. And also, I'm showing you the quarter over quarter comparison and also year over year comparison for the last quarter. So starting with the revenue, you see that Nvidia was able to report 25.1 billion in the last quarter, and quarter over quarter basis that's 1.57% down, but year over year is about 7.5% up. And for 2025, Mr. Elon Musk expects that Tesla to grow about 20 to 30%. But I see that the overall market thinks that is too high for Tesla to grow about 30% in 2025. On the net income side, you see that quarter over quarter, Tesla is up about 45%, and year over year is about 16.7%. And also, operating profit margin, gross margin percentage, and EBITDA margin percentage, in all three areas, Tesla was able to report very good numbers in the last quarter. In all three areas, Tesla is going in the upward direction. You see that? And regarding the EPS, Tesla has done also a good job. It's up about 38% quarter over quarter, and year over year is about 9%. Free cash flow per share in the last quarter also went up, and debt to equity ratio going down. So overall, Tesla financial is showing a very good progress compared with the previous quarter. So good financial outlook for Tesla at this point. Now let's dig into further on EPS. In this table, I put together the EPS projections and EPS actuals for last 7 quarters. And you can see that in the last quarter, Tesla was able to produce 24% earnings surprise. But before that, last 4 consecutive quarters, Tesla missed the earnings. So that's a good sign that Tesla was able to beat about 24%. And next 4 quarters, you see that the earning is projected to go up from Q4 2024 through Q3 2025. The earnings projections is 10.81% up. That's not too great, but it's still better than 2024. So on the earnings side as well, Tesla is expected to do a good job. Now let's take a look forward PE for Tesla and try to make some price projections. In this table, I put together the adjusted closing price for Tesla for last 30 days. And I also put the EPS forward, the EPS trailing 12 months, and also the P ratio with respect to trailing 12 months EPS and P ratio with respect to forward EPS. We also call it forward PE. In the second table here, I put together the trailing P and the forward P for Tesla for last 8 quarters, and also calculate the minimum, average, maximum, and the median forward P for last 6 quarters, excluding any outliers. And in this table, I put together the EPS projected, EPS actual, and the closing price for Tesla for last 12 quarters, and also calculated the EPS surprise for last 12 quarters, and also the minimum, average, and the maximum earnings surprise for last 6 quarters, excluding any outliers. For the minimum EPS surprise here, I'm putting 0. This means that I'm expecting for the minimum value that Tesla would be able to just meet the earning expectation. And also I have EPS projections for next 4 quarters as well here. Now I have all the relevant data to calculate the price projections for Tesla. I already did the math. You see here minimum, average, and the maximum price projections that should be valid before next earnings. So minimum is basically the worst case scenario and maximum is the best case scenario. So minimum value I came up with 183. That's too conservative, but in the worst case, I just wanted to put some value based on the mathematical calculations. The maximum value, the best case, Tesla might touch 397 before the next earnings. There's still more than 2 months from now. So let me go over the calculations with you. The minimum, I'm using H4, that is EPS forward. You see, and the second factor is Q34, that is a minimum value for the forward PE, and the third factor is earnings surprise, that is P43, the minimum value. Okay, so using these three factors, I came up with the minimum value of the Tesla price projection is 183.98. Similarly, for the average, same three factors except the fact that I'm using the average value for the forward PE and also using the average earnings surprise here as second and third factor. That gives me the average value of 257.52. And for the maximum, I'm also using the same three factors, except for the second factor, I'm using the maximum value for the forward P. And for the third factor, that's the earnings surprise, I'm using the maximum value for the earnings surprise. That is 0.24 or 24%. So that gives me the maximum value of 397.81. So it does not mean that Tesla is going to touch 397 for sure before next earnings, but this is just a best case scenario. And at this point, Tesla is around 322. In the last 5 days, you see that Tesla is up about 32%. So I'm guessing some correction is due on Tesla. So if Tesla goes down to around 300 sometime next week, I'm guessing that would be a good buy for Tesla. The only concerning point for me regarding Tesla is the October sales in China. You see that in October, Tesla sales were down compared with September. So September was here. In October, there is a drop, right? So if that drop continues to happen in November and December as well, then Tesla may be able to miss the sales estimate for Q4. So that's all about my analysis, assessment, and price projections for Tesla. And also, I uploaded my Excel sheet that I showed you in this video. I'm talking about this spreadsheet. I uploaded this spreadsheet onto my Patreon account. So if you're an exclusive member, you can access this spreadsheet from there. So thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.